My name is Alan. I'm 28 years old. I work at a cozy bookshop. My life is usually calm and peaceful. One day, a new manager joined our shop. His name was Ben. He was 35. He was kind and friendly. He often laughed softly and spoke in a gentle voice. He made everyone feel at ease. At first, he was just my manager. I nodded hello, gave a small smile, and went back to sorting books. But after a few weeks, something changed. I started to enjoy our short talks. I liked how he spoke. I felt warm when he looked my way. One day he asked, "Is everything all right, Alan?" I said, "Yes, thank you." But my heart was beating fast. He made me smile. He remembered the little things I told him. He stood close when we talked. I started dreaming about him. I didn't want to, but I couldn't help it. Then, one afternoon, I saw his wedding ring. He was married. My heart sank. I told myself, let it go. But it was too late. I already liked him too much. I didn't plan this. But now I think of him every day. Every morning, Ben walks by my counter. He smiles and says, "Good morning, Alan." I smile back and say, "Good morning." I try to look calm, but inside, my heart is never still. There is noise inside me. It keeps saying, "You love him." But he doesn't know. No one knows my secret. I sit in meetings with him. He looks at the screen. I look at his kind face. I try not to stare, but it's hard. His voice is calm. His words are gentle. I feel good when I hear him speak. One day, he stood close to me. He helped with my computer. His hand touched mine by mistake. My heart jumped. My face grew warm. He asked, "Are you okay?" I smiled and said, "Yes." But inside, I was not okay. I wanted to cry. I know this isn't right. He has a family. He is not mine. But feelings are not always simple. Sometimes love is quiet. Sometimes it brings pain. This love is silent, hidden, a love with no voice. At home, I sit alone and think of him. I ask myself, why do I feel this way? I don't know the answer. I only know this. I cannot stop how I feel. On Sunday, I went to the park. I needed air. I wanted to clear my mind. I sat on a bench and watched the world. Kids ran. Dogs barked. The sun was warm. I closed my eyes for a moment. Then I heard a voice, A voice I knew, Ben. I opened my eyes. He was there, just a few steps away. But he wasn't alone. A woman stood beside him, smiling. A boy ran to them. Then a girl followed. They laughed together. Ben picked up the girl and kissed her head. That woman was his wife. Those were his children. I froze. My heart felt heavy like a stone. I could not move. They looked so happy, like a perfect little family. He looked different now, not like my manager, but like a husband, like a father. He didn't see me, and I was glad. I turned my face and looked at the trees. I wanted to cry, but I held it in. I thought, this is real. He belongs to them, not to me. I sat there for a long time after they left. I felt empty. I felt small. I asked myself again, why did I fall for him? But there was no answer. I walked home slowly. That night I didn't eat. I didn't sleep. I just lay in bed and whispered, let him go, Alan. Please, let him go. But my heart answered, I can't. It was Monday. I didn't want to go to the bookshop. My chest still hurt from what I'd seen, but I had to work. I got ready slowly. I stayed quiet all morning. I didn't want to smile. I didn't want to talk. Then Ben came to my counter. He looked at me and said, Alan, are you okay today? You look a little sad. I looked down. I'm just tired, I said. He sat beside me. You're a good person, Alan. You always help others. You're quiet but strong. You are special. My heart stopped. Special? That word stayed in my mind. No one had ever called me that before. I smiled, but inside I was shaking. I wanted to tell him everything. I wanted to say, I love you, but I didn't. I couldn't. He smiled at me again and walked back to his office. I sat at my desk, staring at the screen. I couldn't work. My hands were cold. My heart was full. That night I stood in front of the mirror. I looked at myself and whispered, he thinks I'm special. And then I cried. I cried because I was happy. I cried because I was sad. I cried because I knew he didn't belong to me. Maybe he never would. One evening, Ben and I stayed late at the bookshop. We were alone. I wanted to say so much, but I was afraid. He looked at me and said, Alan, you are important to me. My heart jumped. I looked at him. I felt scared and happy all at once. I wanted to ask, do you love me? But I stayed quiet. He said, I'm married, but I like you. You make me feel alive. My eyes filled with tears. I didn't know what to say. Then he added, I don't want to hurt my family, but I can't stop thinking about you. I was confused, I was sad, and I was full of hope. A part of me wanted to believe he would leave for me, but deep down I knew it wasn't right. I said, Ben, I like you too, but you have a family. I don't want to be the reason for pain. He nodded. I understand, he said. We sat in silence. The room felt cold. That moment stayed in my heart. It was both beautiful and painful. I didn't know what the future would bring, but I knew my love was real. After that night, things changed. Ben and I still worked together, but we stopped talking about feelings. We kept a quiet distance. I thought a lot about love and pain. Loving a married man was not only wrong. One evening I sat alone and made a choice. I told myself, Alan, you must be strong. You must love yourself first. I stopped hoping Ben would leave his family. I stopped waiting. I decided to live my own life, to find peace without him. It wasn't easy. Some days I still missed him. Some nights my heart still hurt. But I learned something. Love isn't only about holding on. Sometimes love means letting go. I began to smile again. I started to dream again. I learned to love myself. Ben will always be a part of my story, but now I am free. I am ready to begin again.